Physics? More like physics. Have you ever looked at your physics textbook and thought, what is all this stuff? You're not alone. Physics can seem like a big, scary monster. But really, it's just about understanding how the world works. Picture this. You're at a party, and someone starts talking about quantum mechanics. They're throwing around words like superposition and entanglement. You're lost, but you nod along like you understand. I've been there, and it's not fun. The good news is, physics doesn't have to be confusing. It's all about asking questions and finding answers. Once we break it down, you'll see that physics is all around us, and it's actually pretty cool. Fun fact: did you know that the word physics comes from the Greek word physikos, which means of nature? Let's start with gravity. You know, that force that keeps your feet on the ground? It's also the force that makes things fall down, not up. You've probably heard the story about Isaac Newton and the apple. The story goes that Newton was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head. This made him wonder why apples fall down instead of floating up. And boom, the idea of gravity was born. Gravity is like that friend who's always glued to the couch. It pulls everything towards the center of the earth. The bigger the object, the stronger its gravitational pull. That's why the earth revolves around the sun. The sun is huge. Fun fact: you actually weigh a tiny bit less at the top of a mountain than you do at sea level because you're farther away from the Earth's center. Energy is what makes things happen. It's the driving force behind everything in the universe. Think of it like the battery in your phone or your energy bar in a video game. It powers everything you do. There are many different types of energy, like kinetic energy, the energy of motion, and potential energy, stored energy. Imagine you're holding a ball in the air. That ball has potential energy because of its position. When you let go, that potential energy turns into kinetic energy as the ball falls to the ground. Fun fact: the sun is a giant ball of energy, constantly producing light and heat through nuclear fusion. Motion is all about movement, how fast something is going, in what direction, and how that speed and direction might be changing. Inertia, on the other hand, is an object's resistance to change its motion. Ever been on a bus that suddenly stops and you find yourself thrown forward? That's inertia. Your body was in motion, moving with the bus, and it wanted to keep moving in that direction even though the bus stopped. Think of inertia like this. You need to push a heavy box to get it moving, right? That's because of its inertia. Once it's moving, you need to apply force again to slow it down or stop it. Fun fact: a spaceship in deep space will keep moving at a constant speed and direction unless acted upon by an external force. Section 5. Electromagnetism. The shocking truth. Electromagnetism is a 2-for-1 deal. It's all about the relationship between electricity and magnetism. You know how you can rub a balloon on your hair and it sticks to the wall? That's static electricity. The rubbing creates an electrical charge on the balloon, which then attracts the opposite charge on the wall. Magnetism is all about invisible fields that attract or repel certain materials, like metal. Think of a refrigerator magnet. It sticks to the fridge because of the magnetic forces between the magnet and the metal in your fridge. Fun fact: the Earth itself is a giant magnet, which is why compasses point north. Section 6. Light and waves. Riding the electromagnetic spectrum. Light is a wave, and it's how we see the world around us. But here's the wild part. Light is also part of something called the electromagnetic spectrum. Think of a rainbow. All those pretty colors are just different wavelengths of light. Red has the longest wavelength, and violet has the shortest. But the electromagnetic spectrum goes way beyond what we can see. Radio waves, microwaves, X-rays, and gamma rays are all part of it too. they're just invisible to our eyes. Fun fact: the speed of light is about 299,792,458 meters per second. That's really fast. Section 7. Quantum mechanics, where things get really weird. Okay, get ready for this. Quantum mechanics is the study of the super tiny world, the world of atoms and the particles within them. And trust me, things get weird down there. Imagine a particle that can be in two places at once, or a particle that can teleport from one spot to another without traveling through the space in between. Sounds crazy, right? But that's quantum mechanics. It's like the particles have special superpowers that defy the rules of our everyday world. Fun fact: one of the strangest things about quantum mechanics is that simply observing something can change its outcome. It's like the particles know they're being watched. Section 8. Relativity. Time is relative, especially when you're late. Einstein's theory of relativity is famous for messing with our understanding of time and space. One of the key ideas in relativity is that time is not absolute. It's relative to the observer's frame of reference. Imagine two clocks, one on Earth and one on a spaceship traveling at close to the speed of light. According to relativity, the clock on the spaceship would tick slower than the clock on Earth. This is called time dilation. So the next time you're late, you can just say you were experiencing time dilation. Just kidding. Fun fact: because of relativity, GPS satellites have to adjust their clocks to account for the difference in time between space and Earth. Section 9. Black holes. The universe's hungry hippos. Black holes are one of the most mysterious and fascinating objects in the universe. They're regions of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Think of a black hole like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, sucking up everything that gets too close. They're formed when massive stars collapse at the end of their lives, and they can warp space and time around them in incredible ways. Fun fact: if you were to fall into a black hole, you'd be stretched out like spaghetti due to the extreme gravitational forces. This is called spaghettification. Yum! Section 10. The universe. One big interconnected cosmic dance. Here's the amazing thing about physics. It shows us how everything in the universe is connected. From the smallest particles to the largest galaxies, everything interacts according to the laws of physics. Gravity holds galaxies together. Electromagnetism governs the interactions between atoms and molecules. And quantum mechanics explains the behavior of the tiniest particles. It's like a giant cosmic dance, with everything moving and interacting in perfect harmony. Fun fact: the universe is constantly expanding, which means that everything is moving farther away from everything else. It's like the universe is playing a never-ending game of cosmic tag. Section 11. Keep exploring. So there you have it, a crash course in the coolest concepts of physics. Remember, physics doesn't have to be intimidating. It's all around us, and it's full of wonder and excitement. So keep asking questions, keep exploring, and never stop learning about the amazing universe we live in. Who knows what incredible discoveries await us in the future? Maybe you'll be the one to make them.